everybody to the webinar. Excited to be with you tonight. My name is Eric Johnson. We are going to have some fun tonight. Tonight, we're going to talk about getting started right with Teamzy to become a Power Hour boss. Okay, so let's just dive right into it. Let's see here. I'm going to share my screen with you. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take you through a little bit of a quick introduction presentation. Then I'll take you into Teamzy. I'll show you the best workflows for crushing a Power Hour. Okay, we'll set it up and then we'll do it. At the end, you'll know exactly how to use Teamzy to be super efficient and effective in your day, doing your power hours every day. At the end, we'll do Q&A. If you have questions, I'll be happy to answer them. If I cover everything in training and you feel great, awesome. I'll bless you and send you on your way. Okay, so let's see here. Let's start with this. Get started right with Teamzy, become a Power Hour boss. This is one of our hashtags. Hopefully you guys will be excited to hashtag your life with this when you can get everything done in an hour using Teamzy. So here's my story. I come from a background of coaching and consulting. I've been helping people build their business by relationship-based business, going on 15 years now. And I fell into network marketing by accident. I found some products that really, really helped me. And I was just excited about it and started sharing them naturally, probably just like you guys. And once I realized it was a great business opportunity, kind of for something on the side, I took a look at my schedule and realized I only had an hour a day. And so I wanted to figure out what systems I needed to employ so that I could get everything done in an hour a day. And so I started looking around for what I felt like tools that must exist, right? 35 million people in the United States alone doing network marketing. I figured there had to be some professional tools for people. So I wanted a system that in 1 hour a day would let me stay in touch with all of my contacts. See, having experience helping people build business by relationship, I knew staying in touch with people was the most important activity I could be doing in my business. I also wanted to know when to contact them and when not to contact them. In other words, I needed a system that took the thinking and planning out of my day and just put a list in front of me and said, Eric, these are the people today you need to reach out to. Also, I wanted to know what to say to them. I needed to figure out how to start conversations with people without overthinking it, without staring all night long at my computer screen trying to think of the perfect message to initiate a conversation with somebody. So I had to figure out exactly how I could do that quickly and easily. And a system that would let me follow up seamlessly so that nobody ever falls through the cracks. Okay, I'll talk a little bit about that tonight, but about 80% of the people we could help in this business typically fall through the cracks. And I know it's a huge number, and I'll explain to you why it's so big tonight. Okay, so I started looking for something that would let me do this. There was one more thing that was essential for me. It needed to be easy to use. See, people think I'm a software guy because of Teamzy. The truth is I love software that makes my life easier. If it makes my life more complicated, it's the worst thing in the world for me. So I needed something easy to use and also based on relationships. And so anyways, long story short, I didn't find anything. It just didn't exist. So we built Teamzy. That's why Teamzy exists, because I couldn't find anything that did all these things. Okay, so just a little background on Teamzy so far. In just 3 years, we've had more than 80,000 network marketers use Teamzy, which is, I can't even tell you how amazing and humbling that is to know. And now you're here tonight, so welcome to our Teamzy family. You are in good company. Our active users in Teamzy are averaging 21 new customers and 9 recruits over 90 days. That's what our active people are doing, and I'll show you tonight, I'll demonstrate exactly what kind of activity those people are doing to get that average result. Sound good? Okay, awesome. Let's pop out of here real quick. And let's jump back into Teamzy. Let me show you how to set Teamzy up quickly. Hold on a second. Let me just make sure I have the right Teamzy up. So what I want you to know is if you're not already using Teamzy, you can go to teamzy.com and get a free trial for 30 days. It's free for 30 days. No credit card required. Nothing weird. We just want you to use it and enjoy it and get some great results your first month. So once you sign in the first time, it'll bring you into the setup wizard, which I'm in right here on my screen. The setup wizard helps you get set up with Teamzy, okay? So we're gonna go through really quickly. I'm gonna skip Eric's message because you've got me live. So the first thing we're gonna do in the setup wizard is set your income goal. Okay, you just use this little slider to set it. This is the goal, this is your income level you'd like to be at 12 months from now, okay? The annual income level you'd like to be at 12 months from now. So what is your goal? Okay, so my goal was 150. See if I can get there. Okay, great. For those of you who may be watching this that are leaders that already have a significant income with your business, my tip for you is the difference. How much do you want to grow your business in the next year? Okay, if you're newer, don't have a lot of income, then put the full amount. All right, let's continue. So what that did was it actually set up for me my goals in Teamzy. I'll show you how that works in a second. The last step here just to get started is to get some contacts into Teamzy. So, the best order is to go your back office. Okay. And these are some instructions on how to do it. You want to get your team in first, your downline, then your customers. Okay. And then you want to get your Facebook friends in. And once you get started with those lists, imported into Teamzy, they'll all be in one place. You'll be super mega organized. There'll be no more hunting and pecking through lists or wondering who to contact. It'll all be in front of you. Okay. And then of course, anywhere else you keep contacts, you can bring those in as a CSV. There's some instructions here. Okay. So then you choose, once you're ready, you choose your file, upload it right into Teamzy. Pretty cool. I'm going to skip out of this now for everything. We'll get launched. Now, as you're going in Teams, you can always add contacts by clicking this Add Contact button right here on the top of your dashboard, okay? And you can add individual people very quickly as you meet them, or again, you can come back to this page to do your bulk imports, okay? All right. All right, so now we're on the dashboard of Teamzy. Let's get ready to do a power hour. Let me show you the dashboard, and then there's one more step for setup we need to do before we are ready to rock and roll and make people stay. So let me just show you around a little bit here. There's more than 70 custom versions of Teamzy now, and they're customized with language for different networks. I'm demonstrating tonight what's called Teamzy Standard. It's kind of our generic catch-all version. Okay, so it might be slightly different here and there, word-wise, than your version, but it'll work exactly the same. Okay, so today's activities, these are the goals we just set in the setup. Okay, my goal is, based on my income goal, is to connect with 9 prospects each day, connect with 6 customers each day, connect with 4 distributors each day. Okay, and those are connects. What do I mean by that? I mean it's not a sales call. It's not trying to recruit them or sell them or get them to look at a video or anything weird like that. It's just to connect, to say hello, and try to make their day. That's the goal. And I call it the make someone's day mindset. I want you just to stay focused on making someone's day. Okay, that's where we're going to start. So we've got a goal to connect with prospects, customers, and distributors on my team. Then I've got a goal here of invites. An invite is a special type of connect where we're actually talking about the business. I'm going to invite them to try some products. I'm going to invite them to join my team. I'm going to give them the business presentation. I'm going to invite them to an event, a team event, or a company event, right? Invites are, we give those when we find that people are interested, right? So we start a conversation first, we find out if they're interested. If they are, then we send them an invite. Okay, one of the things that you'll find I teach with relationship marketing, and Teams is designed this way, is that we don't invite people who aren't interested. We build interest first, and then we invite people. This is how we build bridges instead of burning them, right? This is how we deepen relationships instead of damaging them. So I'm going to try to sprinkle a little bit of that on you tonight. So those are my invites goals. So 3. So here I'm connecting with 19 people, but out of those 3 will be invites. And then ads. This is my goal, to add new people to Teamzy on a daily basis. So I'm always building my list. And again, to add new people, you click that add contact and add people right there. Okay, so those are my goals that we set up. If for some reason you want to change these goals, you click right here on edit daily goals. Okay, and you can slide this back and forth. Okay. Let's see if I can, no, I have to continue all the way through this. Hold on a second. The other thing that you can do is, I believe you can do it in settings. So if you ever want to change those goals, you can. Let's say you've got no distributors, you're brand new, you can take that 5 and you can add it over to, oh, I changed my goal. Well, we're gonna have to work a little harder, but you can add it to prospects, okay? All right. Now there's one more thing to set up before we get launched into our power hour. Do you notice next to the names on this list, there's little numbers? This is their star ranking, 5 stars, Elliot's a 4-star, and so on. Let me show you how we do this. This is really an important step, though, for setting up Teamzy. I'm going to jump over to the team page on the left navigation here. The team page is where your full CRM lives inside Teamzy. And you'll notice here on this page, my list of all my contacts is here, okay? And when I click on one, you can see their star ranking, which, by the way, is easy to change just by clicking on it, okay? And it's auto-saved, and you just change the rank. Now, to do this in bulk, when you want to come in and do your whole list to get things set up, you can turn that on right here into rank mode. Now, of course, when you do a bulk import, it'll automatically turn it on for you because Teamzy wants you to do it right then and there. So here's what we'll do is we'll be able to scroll down our list quickly now and look, just take a quick look at the names and from your gut, give them a rank, okay? Don't overthink it, just from your gut, your impression of them. Now, everyone will start as a 3-star, they default to that. So you don't actually have to move everybody. You want to move people to 4 and 5. That's your biggest goal, first thing, right? Because most people will stay a 3-star. So let me explain to you what these stars mean. First off, the concept is 80% of your business comes from 20% of your relationships. 20% of your relationships bring you 80% of your business. So you need to talk to those 20% more often than the rest of the list. And so the more stars they have, the more often Teamzy brings them up for you, okay? So let's look at these definitions. A 5-star is somebody most likely to become a customer or a distributor, or they're your existing customers and distributors that are total rock stars. These are your best friends and your closest family. 5-star people show up on your list every 30 days. Every 30 days. This is not a follow-up every 30 days. This is just a, hey, connect with this person, deepen the relationship, say hello, make their day. 4 stars. This is somebody likely to become a customer or distributor with a little bit of nurturing. They're your good friends and your family. Not your best, but your good friends and family. They show up every 60 days on your list. Every 60 days, they come back. 3 stars can go either way. They show up every 90 days. And this is why most people on your list will be a 3-star, which is fine. 2 stars are getting colder. They show up every 120 days. Make sense? More stars, more often. Now, the beautiful thing about this is once you've done this once, now you can always change people's rank at any time. But once you've done this once, you never have to plan or think. You just log into Teamzy and Teamzy will tell you who's up next today in your power hour. Okay? It takes the thinking and planning out so you can get right to doing your work. This is how you get everything done so quickly in Teamzy. Okay? Now, if you're the kind of person that goes, who am I going to reach out to today? And you randomly reach out to people, and then you think to yourself, oh, I better go log it in Teamzy. You're causing yourself a lot of work. Just follow the system, let it tell you who's up next. You'll never miss anybody and nobody will ever fall through the cracks. If you feel like people aren't coming up soon enough that you care about, then increase their rank. Make sense? Okay, so let's do our power hour. You can see in the center of the screen is the power hour, okay? The left side has my lists. There's 4, prospects, customers, distributors, and follow-ups, okay? 4 lists. Each list gives me 5 names at a time. That's by design. That keeps me from getting overwhelmed and it keeps me focused so I'm not skipping around too much, okay? The right-hand side is where I log the conversations as they happen. Real time. I don't have to go home and do homework later, right? Of course, you can do Teamzy from your desktop or from a mobile phone. It's got a great mobile website. All right, let's do this. First person on my list is J. Lisa Swain. I'm going to connect with her. Now, remember, my goal is just to start a conversation. I'm hoping to cause a smile and make her day, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually message her on Facebook. That's my favorite way to connect with people because the response rate is so high. And so what I'm going to do is I've got Facebook open right here. So I'm ready to send her the message. But this is where I used to get stuck. What am I going to say to Jay? But I've got you covered, of course. In Teamzy, you've got scripts. Now, see where it says scripts right here in the connect box? I'm kind of circling that right there. When I click on that, I can just grab a quick script to start a conversation, something like this. Hi, Jane, just stopping by to say hello. How are you? Hope your day is awesome. Okay, something simple like that. So let's copy that script. And then now it's on my clipboard. I can paste it anywhere. I'm going to paste it in Teamzy just so I can edit it a little before I send it. We'll change the name, right, to the correct name. If you want to edit the text a little bit, you can. I don't because I know it works great. I'll just put an emoticon in there. Okay, did that take? Didn't take. Let's try it again. There we go. So now I've got it just the way I want it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go send this in Facebook. So let me copy this again. Toggle over to Facebook. Just real quick. Now you have to actually send the message through Facebook or whatever, wherever you're sending it. Facebook doesn't let any apps send on its behalf, but this is so easy. Look, send message, paste it in there. Hi Jay, just stopping by to say hello. How are you? Hope your day is awesome. Send. Done. Okay, it's sent. Now I go back to Teamzy and just finish logging this. That was a Facebook message. See the big blue button that says log connect? That's how you log a connect, okay? So now it's done. Notice that Jay's off my list. I've got 1 on my scoreboard now, 12 to go. And Faith is the next person on my list, okay? So again, don't overthink. I'm just gonna use that same script that I used for Jay with Faith, just to connect. Obviously, when they respond, each one will have its own organic, different, individualized conversation. But just to start the conversation, don't overthink it. You'll end up not doing anything. So look, that's ready to go. Again, I'll copy it, I'll toggle over to Facebook, I'll send her the message and then log it in Teamzy, and then I'll go to the next person, Elliot, same thing. In fact, you could actually do you could use the same script for everybody when you're starting out in Teamzy, which is fine just to start the conversation. Now, a couple of pro tips for you as you're going through prospects and sending these messages. The first one is some people will respond right away, and I don't want you to stop your power hour to go have a conversation with them. Just stay focused and get all your outgoing messages done first. Then you can have those conversations, okay? Otherwise, you might never get back to it. My second pro tip for you is this. Close to half of the people you message won't respond at all. I don't want you to think about them or even worry about them. Okay? Remember, they're going to come back on Teamzy based on their star ranking in 30, 60, 90, 120 days. They're going to come back automatically. You don't have to do anything. So don't worry about them. Okay? You will have plenty of people responding and you'll be busy talking to those people. Make sense? But each time you message somebody and connect over the months, that they warm up more and more and more, and you will move closer to having a conversation with those no response people. Okay? All right, so once I'm done, I'm gonna keep working down my list until I get my goal for the day done and this blue circle is completely filled. And then I'll go to my next list, which is customers, okay? And I'll approach this the exact same way. My goal is just to connect and make their day. Now, if you need help with some scripts, great, go to scripts and grab one. This is my favorite one. Hi, Jane, just checking in to see if there's anything I can do to make your day. So simple, right? So simple. Or this one also works great. Hi, John, how are you enjoying the product? Send me an update and let me know how I can be of help. Send me an update. Let me know how I can be of help. Okay? So let's just take one of these and go with it. So again, I'm going to send this to Gail. I'll paste that script in there and change the name. Hi, Gail. Just checking in to see if there's anything I can do to make your day. Go send it in Facebook or text, wherever you want to send it, and then log it here in Teamzy. Click the big blue log connect button and start working down your customers list. Okay? Connecting with customers is super important, and you don't need an overcomplicated customer follow-up system. I'm telling you that right now. Now, a lot of you have been taught a very complicated customer follow-up system, and there's nothing wrong with the fact you were taught that. It's because they did not have Teamzy in context when they created that for you. If you have a system like this that's simple and elegant, that just keeps you in touch with your customers, and you don't have to worry about it, you will always be present when they need you, okay? And you don't have to go, oh my gosh, it's 19 days till I ship or whatever. You know, I know some of you, in their first 100 days want to make sure you touch them every month. Great, so just make them a 5-star in the beginning so they come up every month, okay? Now, a couple things happen when you're in regular contact with customers. A couple of magical things happen for your business. First off, when you're in regular contact with your customers, this is a statistical fact, by the way, they order more product. People will order more product just because you're in touch on a regular basis. And they will retain longer on their auto ships. They will retain longer. So if you want to increase your volume and increase your retention, you just need to be in touch with people. Just start using Teamzy, okay? And we've seen volume go up 20, 30% for teams just during a 30-day free challenge with Teamzy. It's crazy. Okay, and then the most important reason for staying in touch with customers is if you want new customers, the best way to get a new customer is from your current customer. Current customer is the best place to get a new customer because they're excited, and when people are excited about something, they're already talking about it. They're talking about it to their friends and family already. Okay, and we know that 82% of North Americans make purchasing decisions because of a recommendation of friend or family, which means your customers are talking to friends and family, because that's what people do, and their friends and family are already ready to purchase. You just need to be in touch so that you can get introduced. So start by staying in touch, then start getting introduced to the people they're talking to, okay? All right. So staying in touch with your customers is as important as prospecting. Just want you to know that. The next list is distributors. This is why we called it Teamzy. It's to help you build your team, build a family out of your team. So we want to stay in touch with your distributors. As your team grows, and my hope for you is that it grows tremendously huge, Teamzy will help you stay in touch with your distributors. Now, do you want to be in touch with every single distributor? No. But your first level people, personally sponsored, and the leaders on your team, yeah, put them in Teamzy. You can stay connecting with them personally. Again, a little text, a little message, make their day. It means the world to people. Okay? All right. So once you've connected your prospects, your customers, and your distributors for the day, all these circles will be full. It'll say 0 left on all 3 categories. Okay? And then we're going to move to your next list, which is your follow-ups list. Okay? Now, when you get to your follow-ups list, you'll notice there's no follow-ups scheduled. Follow-ups are not automatic in Teamzy. You have to set them. Okay? And just to make this distinction one more time, in case you didn't get it before, these lists are for connecting with prospects, connecting with customers, connecting with distributors. I don't call these follow-ups. A follow-up is a specific action where you're following up an invite. Okay, you're following up something you can close into a sale or a recruitment. So that's different than just staying in touch with people, which Teamzy will do for you automatically on these original connects lists. Okay, so how do we put people on the follow-ups list? Let me just give you an example. So we messaged my friend Jay earlier, and let's say that Jay and I now have this great conversation. We're messaging back and forth and getting caught up or whatever. And as I'm talking to Jay, it seems like she's a little bit interested in learning more about my business. So I'm going to invite her to something. All right, so let me show you how I do that in Teamzy. First off, she's not on my dashboard, so I'll have to look her up. I can use that little lookup bar to jump to her record. Here it is, okay? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open the connect box on her record so I can log it, just like the dashboard. Now notice on the bottom left of that connect box, this little button that says invite. The invite button lets me change this from a connect to a specific invite, okay? So let's say I'm inviting her to a business opportunity meeting online. I'm gonna now choose business opportunity meeting as my invite type. And I'll just put a little note that this is let's say a Facebook Live event that I'm inviting her to. And let's do a Facebook message. So as I'm talking to Jay, and I find out she's interested, I ask her, hey Jay, are you around this evening? My team is doing an event on Facebook. It's a great way to learn about what I'm doing. She says, oh, that sounds great. Perfect, I will send you the link right now so that you can tune in from home. And then I'll check in with you tomorrow and see if you have any questions. Sound good? She says, that sounds great. Okay, perfect. So now, see where this little calendar is? This is my follow-up. You can set a follow-up for any day in the future. Now in this example, I told her I'd follow up tomorrow, so I'll set it for tomorrow. Okay. Now, when I log this invite, you can see it puts her on my follow-ups list. So look, let me go to the dashboard to show you a couple things. One, now there's an invite logged. See that one? And when I go to my follow-ups list, you can see there's a follow-up set for Jay tomorrow. Pretty cool, right? Yeah, so basically what we're gonna do is as we invite people, we'll put them on our follow-ups list. Your follow-ups list is your pipeline of leads who are interested that will probably turn into customers or recruits. You just need to follow up with them, okay? And then these lists are people you're just talking to, having conversations, finding wants and needs, trying to find ways to help them, and uncovering interest. Make sense? Okay, so let me show you how to do the follow-ups. So the second half of your power hour is to work your follow-ups list, okay? Whoever's due today. It's kind of cool. See, Jay's due tomorrow, so it's yellow. Tomorrow it'll turn red, so I'll know it's due. And if it's 3 days out, it'll be green. Like, don't even worry about that one. It's not due yet, right? Okay, so let's say it's tomorrow, and I come in here, and this follow-up is now due. How do I do it in Teamzy? A follow-up works just like a regular connect, like I showed you before. The difference is I'm going to use a different script. Now, when we launched Teamzy 3 years ago, we didn't have scripts, but we found that people struggled with the basic things to say to people. So I put my 10 follow-up scripts into Teamzy for you, and they're numbered in order. Seriously, you really can't mess this up. Just follow them in order. So I'm going to get this script. I'm going to get follow-up number 1. Look, here it is, follow-up number 1. Hi, Jane, just checking in like I promised I would. What questions do you have for me? Okay. This is a great little script, a lot of psychology there. So I'm going to paste that in. Change the name, get it just the way I want it. Hi, Jay, just checking like I promised I would. What questions do you have? It's just the way I want it now. Now I'm ready to send it in Facebook. Okay, I'll send it to Jay. Now that follow-up is sent. Okay. Now I'm going to finish logging this in Teamzy. A couple things I want you to pay attention to. When you log a follow-up, set your new follow-up. So let's say I'm going to follow up now in 2 days. Set your new follow-up before you log it. Okay. That keeps her on my follow-ups list. So now she's on my list again, in this case, now for Friday. Okay. When Friday comes along, I'll be doing my power hour. I'll connect with whoever's up next on prospects, up next on customers, up next on distributors, and then I'll work my follow-ups list. When I get to Jay, I'm going to do the same thing. I'll go to scripts again, and this time I'm going to get follow-up number 2. Hi, Jane, just make sure you got my email. Check and see if you have any questions, okay? Great. So, you get the idea? Oh, it was just slow. Let's see, what did I say? I sent her a message, right? Just making sure you got my message. Great. And check and see if you have any questions. Great. So you're going to just keep sending these little follow-ups and keep following up. Keep following up, keep following up, keep following up, keep following up, keep following up. You like that? Hey, have you guys heard this before, that the fortune's in the follow-up? Look, that message was sent. Super easy, right? How easy is this, everybody? Seriously. Set your new follow-up. Let's say this time it'll be in 4 days. Great. Log it. So she's now on my follow-ups list for Sunday. Look, it's green now. Cool. This is so important, okay? This is so important. The fortune's in the follow-up. And you need to know this statistic, that 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and 10th follow-up. Okay, 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and 10th follow-up, which means we need to keep them on our follow-ups list for a while. We have to keep following up. Now, 20% will close typically in the first 3 follow-ups. That's about as much as most people do, is 3 times, right? So you're getting 20% of your closings right away, which is great. But the vast majority of people take longer, and they won't even respond at all to your first 5, 6 follow-ups. No response at all, just crickets. And I know you guys have heard the crickets, right? You've heard the crickets. People are excited and then nothing. What is happening? I just want you to know this is just human psychology. It's totally normal. The vast majority of people won't respond at all. You have to keep following up. Now, I very rarely find people who tell me they do follow up 10 times on people who are interested. Very rarely. Most people will not do this. And the reason they won't is because they're super worried about being considered an annoying pest. Okay? And that might be you guys, I don't know. So I'm going to teach you the principles that will allow you to follow up more without being annoying. Okay? A little bonus tonight. Now, first off, I want you to have a mindset shift. If you're like me and you are in business to help change people's lives, you have to understand that 80% of those people you want to help, you cannot help unless you follow up more. Okay? Following up is all you have. If they haven't bought your products yet, your products don't matter. The only thing you have in your toolbox to help them is following up. Okay? This is why I always say following up is an act of love. Okay? Following up is an act of love. And when you fail to follow up, you communicate to them that you don't care enough about them to keep following up. Is that what you want to communicate? Probably not. So here are the 2 principles to help you follow up without being a nag. You ready? Number 1, never ask someone to do anything in a follow-up. Never ask someone to do anything in a follow-up. Don't ask them to respond. Don't ask them to message you. Don't ask them to call you or text you or RSVP or make a purchase. Don't ask them to do anything in the follow-up. Keep it on you that you will keep following up until you connect. Okay, that's the number 1 thing. The number 2 thing is this. People are busy, okay? And they don't have time to respond a lot of times, but they do want to see your message. So make sure your messages are short and sweet and they're always written out, right? Facebook Messenger is great, text message is great, but what you don't want to do is voice messages, video messages, voicemails, phone calls are the worst. People hate it when their phone rings. So Facebook Messenger, short and sweet. It has to be short enough they can read the whole message on the lock screen of their phone without opening the message. Because here's what's happening, just so you guys know. So you got that principle? Short, sweet, messaged, okay? What's happening is they're excited about the business opportunity. Then you send them that first follow-up. And when they get it, they look over and the dog's throwing up on the baby or vice versa, and they have to go handle it, okay? They can't respond right now. The next day they're driving, they can't respond. The next day they're making dinner, they can't respond right now. But they do want to see your message, okay? Now, since they cannot respond right now, they don't want to open your message. And you guys do this too. They don't want to open your message because opening it makes them feel obligated to respond. They don't want to look like a jerk who read the message and then ignored it. So they would rather it look like they didn't see it, even though they're dying to see it. That's why you want to keep it short enough that they can quickly scan it at a glance. Okay? Again, a voice or video message has to be opened. And the other problem with that is if people have small kids especially, it's very hard for them to get a quiet moment to listen to a voice message, whereas they could have read that written message instantly. Does this make sense? So if you follow those 2 rules, you won't be annoying and people will thank you. They'll understand and feel your level of care and they will thank you for staying in touch. Now, again, most people won't respond to the first 5 or 6 messages. So you just have to keep messaging. You just have to keep connecting through all of those crickets, through all of that deep desire you have to create reasons in your mind that are fake on why they're not responding, okay? And then you'll get that, I'm sorry I haven't responded. Thank you so much for your follow-up message, okay? So keep going. Now you'll notice that in Teamzy, my scripts follow these rules, so you can just use my scripts. But remember, 80% of sales happen between 7 and 10 on your follow-ups, which is way more than most people do. And that's why I said 80% of our leads fall through the cracks, okay? This is super important. So your power hour, so let's just review how your power hour looks again. You're gonna come in here. Each day, whenever you have your power hour set up to do, you're gonna log into Teamzy. It's gonna tell you, starting with your prospects list, who's up next. You're gonna connect with people down your list for whatever your goal is for the day. Remember, your dashboard keeps track of your goal. When you're done connecting with your prospects, sending those messages out, then you'll connect with your customers, just sending those messages out to make their day. Then you'll do the same with your distributors, just sending those messages out to make their day. Then you'll connect with whoever's due on your follow-ups list, sending those messages out. Super easy. That's your power hour, okay? Now you will need to set aside a little bit of time, a couple of pockets of time throughout your day to have all the conversations you're generating in your power hour so that you can do the back and forth stuff. But how cool is that? You're gonna be super busy having conversations and creating momentum in your business. I just got a message from my friend Suzanne, who is a successful distributor who hit a plateau in her business. Her business, she grew to 6-figure income and then her business just stopped and it hit a plateau and there was nothing happening for several months. And she's been using Teamzy and through my boot camps and things like that, getting more training. And she messaged me today and said that her team grew by 500 distributors this month. Isn't that crazy? And she's like hair on fire busy. She personally signed 6 new distributors this week and had 500 growth in her organization this month. That is so cool. And that's what I want to happen for you. You just got to do the activities. You just do the activities, get consistent with it. Just keep doing it. Each day you log in, you connect with people, you connect with people, you connect with people. You're starting conversations every day, having those conversations, keeping track of them in Teamzy. Even if you forget, even if you miss somebody, the conversation peters out or whatever and you don't go back to it, they come back on Teamzy automatically down the road so that you're not going to miss them for long. Make sense? Okay, so let's say now Jay finally purchases. She joins my team and it's her purchase. Let me show you how to finish her off in Teamzy, and then we'll do a couple questions if you have questions, and then I'll send you on your way. Easy peasy, okay? All right, so let's see here real quick. I'm going to look her up. J. Lisa Swain, there she is. We're going to go to her record. Let's say she bought and signed up. So I'm going to click on sale, and I'm just going to log that she did a sale. I'm going to put distributor kit. This drop down will be different, a little bit different based on your network, okay? It'll be specific to what you guys do, but you get the idea. So I'm going to hit save. Now Teamzy just knows now that she made a purchase, okay? And that she came out as a distributor. What I'll do now is I'll tag, you can see I tagged a few. I'll tag whatever her product is that she bought. I'll just create a tag for that. And then on member type, I'll click on distributor, personally sponsored. Now I've moved Jay through the whole process of being a prospect, right? Following up, inviting her, following up. Now she's a distributor on my team. Next time I see Jay come up on my power hour, she'll be on my distributors list. Okay, cool. So if you have questions, throw them in that Q&A button and I'll answer them real quick. I did see one question come through the chat. Let me answer that real quick. How to send an invite. Okay, so again, an invite is a special type of connect. When you're inside the connect box, you got an invite button right here in the bottom left. Okay, So this is not how you send an invite. This is how you log an invite. How do you send an invite? You message somebody, you call them, whatever, you're talking to them. An invite is done by you, right? It's by one of these activities: Facebook message, email, text, Instagram, Snapchat, LinkedIn, phone call, greeting card, in-person, video chat, voice message, other, right? So you're doing the invite however you do it. You're going to log it in Teamzy. Okay, and you set it by clicking an invite type. If it's not if you don't like one of the types that are here, then you can just click other. Okay, and you set your invite. Put them on your follow-ups list. Make sense? If you're not on the dashboard, you can look somebody up and go to the team page and find them. I'm going to just jump to Elliot's, and you can do it here. You open the connect box, and there's your invite. Okay, you can log it there. Okay, great. So let me just give you guys a couple of action steps, and then if you have any more questions, put them in the Q&A, and I'll get those before we leave. But let me give you a couple of action steps to send you on your way. All right, so here's what I want you to do. First off, go to teamzy.com and get your 30-day free trial started if you have not already done that. It's free for 30 days. Again, we don't ask for your credit card. We make it very easy for you to try out Teamzy and have full access. Okay? So go get your free trial set up. If you're already in a free trial, I recommend you set up your subscription now. So when your 30 days is up, it automatically renews and you don't miss a beat. You can keep going. Okay? So you can do that at any point by going to settings and billing, and you can set up your subscription. Okay. Now, what I want you to do next is get a 30-day success partner to do the free trial with you. Somebody who will hold you accountable and who you can agree to help each other to get the most out of this free trial. See, a lot of people will start a free trial and do nothing with it. That is so sad. I truly believe you could get in there and just have maybe the best month you've had so far in your business. So say, hey, would you do this with me? And what I recommend you do with your success partner is agree to take a screenshot each day when you've completed your action steps and message it to each other. Okay? So do that each day. That will really drive you to use it a lot more during your free trial, and you'll be able to get some measurable results, which I'm excited for you to get. Okay? And finally, I want to give you a 5-day challenge. My 5-day challenge is this: connect with 100 people in 5 days. Connect with 100 people in 5 days. That's 20 people a day on average, and it can be any mix of prospects, customers, or distributors. I just want you to feel what it's like to create a ton of conversations in a small amount of time. Okay, so you're going to send out 100 connects. You're not actually going to talk to 100 people. You may talk to 50, but you will be so busy with 50 conversations, and you'll be amazed at the momentum you can create in just 5 days. So do that 5 days in a row, 20 a day, and get that feeling so you understand what relationship marketing can do for your business. Does this make sense? Okay. So hopefully that was helpful. Those workflows, I hope, will really help you guys to get the most out of Teamzy as you're using it. Our goal is for you to be successful. We've helped 80,000 people, but we've got room for you and our family, and we want to see you be incredibly successful. So thank you all for being on the call with me tonight. I hope it was helpful. God bless you. We'll talk to you soon. Have a great night.